enfoca, solo pienso es muy inocente o tal vez está loca o que también está rota. Sin ofender, al menos yo no te obliga. Yeah. Dice, yeah. Sé que maduré y ya no soy un idiota porque ahora no me fijo solo en si está buena y se bota y estoy tan dañado que cuando una chica en mí se enfoca solo pienso es muy inocente o tal vez está loca o que también está rota. Sin ofender, al menos yo no te obligaré a coger si no es lo que toca y aunque llevo tanto solo prefiero continuar solo que romper un corazón solo por vaciar mis pelotas. Dijeran mis compatriotas que esa vaina es de maricos, mas no soy del prototipo que decide con el pito, aunque igual para muchas soy un maldito porque prefieren antes que la cruda verdad que les mientan bonito. Soy el peor pa' personas a las que ayudé de cora tan solo porque sus bromas se las cantaba clarito. Ahora estas mismas personas son las que siempre perdonan al falso que los traiciona y les habla por debajito, así que te vuelves patán. Y la otra opción, lamentablemente el hombre ideal para las mujeres es un cabrón que hace un ganador en el mundo pero con ellas huevón, y eso aparte de ser imposible es una contradicción. Ella me dejó más rayado que una cebra, pero el que no le haya fallado una perra dance la primera piedra. Igual mujeres, no lo digo en son de guerra, yo sé que el hombre es el animal más desleal del planeta Tierra. Eva te enseña a no confiar en la culebra y a Dan a no comer del fruto prohibido aunque te lo ofrece a la hembra. Igual ahí estamos tentados siempre a usurpar otras siembras desde el paraíso anhelando las tinieblas. Sé que quizás es un pensamiento cínico, pero el amor como concepto típico es solo un defecto químico y por más que se afiance ese afecto íntimo igual van a desear otras personas con mejor aspecto físico. 10 años soltero cumplido y más que soltera siempre me agregué sex jeva de un conocido igual tu ex y de sus likes y los que la han seguido. Te digo, muy posiblemente te encuentres varios amigos que no saben coger los rivales infiel, pero al final sigues con él porque es lo que puedes tener, porque aparte se pendejo ninguno te va a querer o podrá querer tener sexo más no a ti como mujer. A todas te quieres coger menos a tu esposa que fiel, pero si se fueran con ella y si la quisieras tener, porque aparte de esa pendeja ninguna te va a querer o podrá querer tu dinero pero no ser tu mujer. Ya, pasado. Me dijo nada que ver y ahora están casados. No creo que nadie. Mucho. Odio.
53 yards. I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally he builds up to the big shot. But in this case,
yo, bebo un sorbo que le dice y me llega la iluminación, la señal de gané. Ya empezó la ceremonia, danzando los dioses ritual como senegales. Los instintos como animales, despierto memorias ancestrales. Desdoblamiento, viajes astrales, volvemos como chamanes. Soy una luz compuesta por partículas energéticas antes de la galaxia, viajando a la velocidad del tiempo, fusión de elementos, nació la vía láctea, química, magia, ondas en esta sustancia. Materia prima organizada en sí misma procreó la vida, gracias. Bebo un sorbo del elixir, se acelera mis latidos, mis sentidos reaccionan. Conecto con todos los seres vivos del mundo y el sexto sentido es mi idioma. Existen cúmulos galácticos en las redes que se forman en mis neuronas. Bajo el plano terrenal y me diviso desde el espacio en tercera persona. Soy una luz compuesta por partículas energéticas que habita este cuerpo, hecho por billones de células trabajando todas juntas al mismo tiempo. Puedo sentir cada órgano vivo, respirando la sangre en movimiento. Tengo dos ojos que evolucionaron para ver la luz de la que estoy compuesto. Me conservo del elixir, me llega la iluminación, la señal de gané. Ya empezó la ceremonia, danzando los dioses ritual como senegales. Los instintos como animales, despierto memorias ancestrales. Desdoblamiento, viajes astrales, volvemos como chamanes.
La conciencia colectiva, extensiones de Dios creadas para que se autoperciba desde estas perspectivas sensoriales, la cual los mortales llaman vida. Memorias perdidas que mi información genética no olvida, traídas por la dimetiltriptamina que mi sistema nervioso psicoactiva en un colapso alérgico y con contemplo pasar y me invitas enérgico. Enseguida como una lamida de dieta y la vida que ha sido lisérgico. Y entiendo que Dios y la ciencia siempre fueron lo mismo como Copérnico. Y se fragmenta mi conciencia como el vidrio experimentando hecho pérfico. Fractales, forman patrones como en vitrales, figuras geométricas astrales, proporción audias abren portales, me visitan seres atemporales, me muevo por planos inmateriales, me conecto a yo multiversales, meditamos flores inmortales, volvemos como chamanes.
Pregunta con que le dice y me llega la iluminación a señal de ganecha. Ya empezó la ceremonia danzando los dioses ritual como senegales, los instintos como animales, despierto memorias ancestrales, desdoblamiento viajes astrales, volvemos como chamanes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return able to get out across the 35 and the 36.
Este es otro tema de esos que cuando se ponen tu reu lo quitas, porque pa' follar no lo necesitas, o porque eres cobarde y la verdad evitas, o porque todavía no aceptas que la vida no todo es cosas bonitas. Hay tropiezos antes de los triunfos, no más que quieras echar tierra, si me tus tratas like a Rufo, sale el tufo, quiere tu flow, mis fallos no camuflo, yo nunca huyo del dolor.
Este es otro tema de esos en el que me aconsejo viéndome al espejo, sin miedo a herir mis complejos, porque ya estoy grandecito para hacerme el pendejo y no puedo llegar a los 30 y pico viviendo en casa de mis viejos. Por eso sigo arriesgando el pellejo en un género donde el 90% de intentos no llegan lejos. Invertí la mitad de mi vida y no me quejo. Tú apostarías tanto en este negocio tan
Esto es un desahogo impreso, en el que si te ofenden las cosas que expreso, es porque tu conciencia impreso. Si yo dije a la mierda es falso, que me mete bien el proceso y te lo agarraste pa' ti. Yo que puedo pensar de eso, personas con poca autoestima que actúan a la defensiva y se voltean cuando ven que vas arriba. Después ellos juran que se te olvida, yo solo me hago el loco mientras me desaparezco de su vida.
Ya no estoy pa' cantar en estos eventos de fin de semana. Dicen Nietzsche, ya se te subió la fama. Me cansé de cantar gratis en los toques de tus panas, porque cuando hay lana de por medio ganan ellos y a ti no te llaman, me lo maman. Creen que se me subió el ego por 100.000 reproducciones. Eso no es nada pa' mis aspiraciones, pa' mis metas, pa' mi hambre, pa' mis letras, pa' mis grandes ambiciones, pa' este talento que cuesta
Me dices
millones.
mala cola si apoyo un rapero criollo, después lloras que no hay apoyo.
Mamá huevo pollo.
Soy ese guru y si uno si es duro no me doy rollo. Sé quien sustituyó tu puesto, el que nunca fue tuyo. Pa' ellos nadie es real y honesto, nada más lo suyo. Grabar videos que hacen tres gestos, ya se creen el rollo. Hay muchos con ya tiempo en esto y entre ellos lo incluyo. Son 15 años tirando texto, no jugando yo-yo.
Ya no son 20 y pico, son 30 y tantos, somos unos tipos, respeta rango, no sé, me explico, más te sientes más escrito, más te miro horas grabando, pa' ver un frustrado comentando que soy menos hip hop, usuarios con algoritmos adictos a la amargura, generación de cristal, fue una censura, monopolio, dictadura, hipocresía, supuesta cultura, traba desde las alturas, ansiedad, locura, basura.
And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they
Hola,
wanted to
te
get
estaba preguntando si podría pasar esta canción otra vez. ¿Cuál canción, viejo? La que dice...
One, two, three, liricales, te voy a freestyle, es un magistral, se atreve que sus distrae, ni se registran aquí, ni en el mic, ni en el beat, ni en el lista, ni en el flip, que fuck, fake up, puta, el iniciado por Jamaica, de piquitipa, que dice Mariana, el lírica donde te está, como ella, dice la gente cuando se delita, somos lo mismo, esto solo que haces a ella. One, two, three, elevando aquí en la pista, venimos a mostrarles que da un cispa, venimos por la family, yo, cayéndome a coñazo Bruce Lee, saliendo hasta los pits, flow dando los pits, escribí que mando haciendo los hits, a los New Long Beach, pero también aplicando el knowledge, mi flow está mi voz en mi office, say estás escuchando mi música, es una bomba, retumba el boom, escucha la chicha, ¿quién eres tú? ¿Qué es lo que tú? Me pones viendo en otra onda, ya,
quiero papeles, mi chete la meles. Sopo con papel y lápiz, somos versátiles. Hacemos lo que queremos,
Tenemos versátiles y con rápides, gráfiles, damos happiness, papi, de radio rápides. Desde portátil y show, genio volátiles, flow, que necesita el flow, que yo unánime, dirigís, un bilibidís, un análisis, un dribbling, como un filme de dirigir. Es que yo nicho, es DJ, DJ, food en el mix, que maestro de la pista.
Que cuando el mundo se fueron, que pican más que se hicieron del aire libre, volvieron la mano al aire.
Creyeron que se rindieron, tuvieron que se abrieron, la movie se la vivieron, solo en el trailer.
Pero el papel bongo, glifo, papelón, pa' que los raperos saquen los low riders.
Sería como Stuff Life, tu proof such line of the goodbye, black touch line.
Atención, atención, con esta agrupación, raza ni distinción,
con la misma visión,
combinación,
coordinación,
conexión,
ejecución,
una función con gracia y gracias por su atención. Say what? Say what, man. Sketch Nietzsche. 2023 is real. It's real. Dímelo.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. An interesting and intriguing.
Yo, Big Boy, Rap Boy, ganando coins, subiendo el tigre y micrófono, soltando estilo Faldino, ya si es que voy, paso a paso como los pasos de Jackson 5, con Mr. Freestyle, ya estoy, entiéndelo, un sonido bello, así que el muévelo, andamos en el camello, ya que el límite es el sol, relajado, revelado, chequeado, enemy,
fighting the core, hay que en este boss, sobre me pone a vivir tu ritmo de jiggly-bow, familia mi cogiste, mal limitado, mi suministro anime, con lo mínimo, al mínimo limitó, su freestyle drop, que no viste el gol, te valiste el Roy, llegó Mr. Pop, ya valiste el rock, en verdad de verdadero freestyle dog,
hay líricas, dirija, hay feeling en el spirit, hay lírica, y el líquido, no somos mili, panili, ven que hay for really, se hacen los willy, ability, ven, y vuelve finish.
The finish, yo vine, tu finish, escapate like Houdini, unito que eres largo, no eres lana, pase tu Lamborghini, with winning, nueva cero que en el 9 y ustedes quieren competir con ese level.
Really, hear me, who don't try to beat me, soy un maldito perro guerrero de calle, believe me,
hoy es a mí no creo en nadie, you feel me, somos LeBron y Kerry Irving en tu Gate 16,
háblale, ahora que chinitos están de vuelta al brincando los obstáculos como el parkour, respect my de vuelta al
no me paran ya, pregúntale ya, la vagabundo, le vagabundo, no vagabundo, catapluca, no patatuca, blatú,
vivo el hoy, para ver que me espera el mañana, supera los tramas, la vida es una peri con ganas, al 100 le doy, aunque malas acciones marcaran, sigo real sin máscaras, una traición es más cara que $1 millón de dólares, la falla cóbrale, vuestra ahórrate, mejor valórate, toda Dios rógale, si duele sópate, sigue en el combate, o enfócate, pero desahógate, sacale todo,
saca la clip y oye el tigre, hibirigo, en un show, el equilibrista del flow y el malabarista del punch, somos las aristas, el punto de intersección, los boys más distintos, los gostes, ristri, los bros del instinto místico, sus característicos, poderes lingüísticos, super logísticos, dilema logísticos, para estadísticos,
después de la década igual se mantiene,
con esta habilidad que tienen, con esta habilidad las tienes,
será química, será psíquica, será que es el ADN,
compatibilidad con visibilidad, con posibilidades bien,
más bienes, viajes, hoteles, cócteles, arriba sostenes,
papeles sobre papeles, más fieles que el estadio vienen,
carteles, salir en la tele,
exceles sobre los niveles,
poderes, deberes, que hacer,
hacerle,
háblale, ahora que chinitos están de vuelta al brincando los obstáculos como el parkour, respect my de vuelta al
no me paran ya, pregúntale ya, ya vagabundo, dale vagabundo, no vagabundo, catapluca, no patatuca, blatú,
vivo el hoy. Muchas cosas se no sé nada de ti, yo vivo tranquilo, me bajo el miedo y de mi enemigo, viviendo la vida que se va a sufrir, lo que tú hablas tu tema yo ya lo he vivido. No sé nada de ti, yo vivo tranquilo, me bajo el miedo y de mi enemigo, viviendo la vida que se va a sufrir. Muchas cosas que pasan y tú no estabas. En la buena y mucho menos en la mala. Un saludo para los míos encerrados. Y otro más grande será para la gama. Una nueve que me engancho como Rosario mi padre. Hay muchos que quieren darme y otros realmente quitar. Antes no tenía papá y ahora sobran los villanos. Pero yo soy de la plaza criado con animales. Oye, mi loco, no confunda. Que somos buenos, pero
And take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is McCarthy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Open man, that's Felton. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Narveson for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
The 40-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, It's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And this is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And now an audible here into something else. To the air with McCarthy.
And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Vikings!
Ty Felton, 31 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got room past the 30, and the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Here's McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
Kirby Joseph on the coverage.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Jordan Addison.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal. 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a strong run there as they'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Oh, some strong running. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 15.
Another run for Gibbs here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Narvis's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now. We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Shows his strength at the 50. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
79 Broncos. Come on.
That's into the hands of Oliver. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're often guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Mason on the draw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Show off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
10, 10. Cup 19, Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Go.
Second and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Brings up third and goal.
Cougar 19. Cowboy 8. Rush in. Rush in.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A toss out right to Gibbs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And yikes, this will get out of bounds, so without even a return, they're going to be set up on the outskirts of the red zone. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Lions have recovered. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. First down.
Gibbs straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, Lions.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Read option. This is Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hayes. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
34-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jack Campbell in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll try to do it himself. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7. On the give, here's Gibbs. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on